Hello everybody, this is Duck and welcome to another Minecraft video. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a deep dive into the crafter. Now, as of this recording, the crafter was just added to one of the pre-releases on 1.20 as one of some of the experimental features that you could add on world creation. And we're going to be looking at it because I did a little bit of some experimentation with this crafter, and I'm just going to say it right off the bat. I'm kind of disappointed in it. I was really excited when it was announced at Minecraft Live, not but a week ago. And I'm just kind of very disappointed on the utility that this is probably going to be used for, and the difficulty there's going to be in using this UI and the way that they've chosen to do this. But first, we need to get some things out of the way with just explaining what the crafter does. So crafter can be loaded via hoppers, like so. So if I were to throw in some iron, and we'll throw in enough to make, an iron block. When the crafter is unpowered, the iron blocks fill in, and they fill in from left on the top to right, unless there are parts of the UI blocked out. And then to power it, you just power it of some sort, and it spits out the item. And there you go. That's how it works, very simply, loaded with hoppers. The problem is you don't want to power this too early, because while there's still filtering out, you might have an instance where you're going through, you're crafting, and sometimes there might be a crafting recipe that isn't quite complete, but when items are still filling in. So instead of iron blocks here, we got iron bars, because we didn't have enough iron to fill out the block slot. So that's a little bit of a problem, because now we've got to worry about some pretty difficult redstone timings. Another problem that I have is it can be ran on a redstone clock relatively easily, but to load them, if you want to do it fully automatically, you'll need to fill them up with hoppers like so. Which that's fine. I expected that to be done that way. The problem is in this scenario, if I've got a redstone build right behind this, how am I going to fill in the backside of these hoppers? Because one of the problems that happens often, that I've noticed, is say we wanted to build or autocraft a tool. Let's say we wanted a diamond sword. All right, this is how you'd make a diamond sword, like so. You just need to unpower it and power it, and then eventually when it gets unpowered and repowered, like it just happened, it was auto-crafted, put into this hopper, and put in this chest. But the problem that I'm noticing is if you just fill it up via hopper, and let's say we wanted to make some sort of tool with iron. Let's go, we need some sticks, and we wanted to make iron shovels. Let's say we wanted iron shovels. So we've got some sticks in here. We'll throw blocks of iron in here and sticks in here. The problem is that even with the shape determined in the crafter, it just fills in items from the top to the bottom in the hopper. So in order to get the proper ratios out of this, we're going to have to time a hopper clock and a hopper line to first put the first item in the recipe from the top to the bottom, and then we somehow have to be able to sort it so that every item needs to go in succession for those recipes that require more than one item in a certain order. So that makes like making tools and stuff like that very difficult. But one of the bigger concerns of mine is that it's going to be used for very mild redstone, stuff that gets very mundane but is necessary nonetheless. So I'm going to quickly run this out here. We've got a chest, we've got a hopper, we have a crafter, but because of the way crafters need to be oriented, if you want it to be picked up right by a hopper right away, you need to orient it like so. And then we'll have another hopper up like this. And then here on this crafter, say we wanted to just make planks. Well, that's really easy. We just need to block out all but one spot to make planks. Relatively simple. So we'll throw in logs. They'll get filtered in. We'll place a button to power. We'll place a button to power. All right. We've got our planks, and it just keeps filling it up with as many items as we have. All right. We'll power it up, and then we've got that, and we can keep on doing that, and the planks get filtered in here. That is probably what the redstone will be used for most likely. But let's say we decided instead of planks, we wanted to make this one sticks. All right, so we would do that, and then we would add probably a crafter, because ideally we probably wouldn't need to have all of, ideally we wouldn't need to have us make the oak planks before we make sticks. So we do this, we'll put the crafter down like so, and then this one we will turn into the planks like so, and then we will throw a hopper on here, and oh, if I can shift click, there we go, and then we'll throw the logs in there. We'll come along and we will power this up, and so in order to get planks from here, we'll power the planks. They'll be collected, and then they'll be put in the hopper to be put into the crafter over here to make sticks, and then we'll power the sticks. And then from there, we have a storage of some of the more mundane items to craft. That is how I envision this crafter going to be used, which is perfectly fine. For stuff like iron farms and tree farms, this will be very good to get some of the mundane crafting out of the way. What I wish they would have done, and I know I'm not a Mojang developer, and I am in no way even capable of trying to make a mod like this. I wish they would have done something similar to the survival crafting book. So if I just go into survival real quick, there is this survival book, and we can select recipes that we want to craft. I think they should have done that with the crafter. So all the items would just, you could select a recipe and the items would just go into its spot in the recipe, and then once it's full, it could be powered on. So then all you'd really need is to specify the recipe type, and then put it on a redstone clock. That I think would be the more desirable route that they took. Now that would, yes, that'd make Minecraft broken, but I personally wanted to just automate everything, is what I wanted to do. That's what I was hoping for some storage systems. So I thought that that would be what it was used for. It looks like it's going to be used for a little bit more of the mundane crafting, which is perfectly fine. I'll still use them in that intention. But it is an interesting take on something that I really did not expect to come to Minecraft, and their thought is very interesting. I will use them, don't get me wrong, and I'll have them hooked up to a redstone clock like that. But they will be used as outputs for farms, I think, will be the most useful use of them instead of storage systems. But I hope you enjoyed my rant. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed in how it's going to be utilized, but it also is a very new feature. This is an experimental feature on a snapshot for a version that this won't even be implemented in. So they still have a lot of time to rework it, but I think that the recipe book, just selecting the recipe, would be the more desirable choice for more of the casual players. But that's all that I have. It'll still be used in redstone builds, and I think that it'll be perfectly acceptable to use in some things, and I will use them. But thank you guys for watching. I hope it was an informational. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments any thoughts, feelings, concerns that you have about the crafter, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Adios, take care, and God bless.